What's up? It's your dude SAZARUX, and have you ever been juggled before? Maybe more than 10 seconds in the air while getting your ass beat up at the same time? Not in real life, of course, since I don't know exactly how that will work, unless turning Super Saiyan is possible after all, or you're just lighter than the fucks I give. Anyway though, all jokes aside, we're talking about juggling in Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate, so let's begin! You guys don't know how many times I've had to deal with this shit, but before we go any further, let's go over the definition of what juggling is. Word. Juggling. Dead or Alive definition. The act of using specific attacks to launch an opponent in the air while initiating specific combos with the intent of keeping the opponent in the air as long as possible to inflict maximum damage proficiency while rendering the opponent helpless. My definition? Being a bitch that can remember shit with the sole purpose of trying to fuck up someone's day. Since the day I started on DOA, I've been bombarded by jugglers of all genders and all motherfucking age groups. Even though juggling is part of the game and is inevitable to ever avoid juggling since all the characters in the game were specifically programmed to perform this type of shit, it's to a limit, dudes. There's 3 different types of juggles here. There's your regular combo juggling. This shit is considered acceptable only because you're performing a naturally short combo that just so happens to hit your opponent in the air once, and only for a little bit, but doesn't normally give you enough time to catch yourself and hit the pitch again right away, thus giving your opponent a fighting chance once they get the fuck back up. Next up, we got your juggling spam, where people consistently repeat the same exact juggling launch, attacks, and combos over and over and fucking over again until you die. And last, we got your infinite juggles. This is fucked up. This is the type of shit that'll piss you off so much that most of the time you won't even realize how pissed you are until it's too late. Kinda like some Super Saiyan transformation type shit, but only in your head. Now I can guarantee at some point you'll start developing the fucking urges and shit. And the urges to break your foot off any and all forms of ass imaginable that are unlucky to encounter your fucked up ass in a heartbeat, regardless of friend or stranger sometimes. When this happens, you're literally helpless in the air, getting the life, the hope, and the Holy Ghost beat out your ass, all at the same time, with absolutely no chance of surviving this shit at all, which overall is complete bullshit. Dudes, if you find yourself battling a person and you realize you're not winning and you haven't been touching the ground or been able to fight for more than 5 seconds along with the same juggling routine happening more than 2 times in a match on a motherfucking fighting game of all things, and your opponent mentions good game at the end after clearly whooping your ass by a landslide with that juggling spam shit, or in the rare cases the infinite juggling shit, and you find yourself starting to open up your mouth to say good game back like you really stood a chance, like you're a good sportsman all this time and shit, please follow these simple steps and your life may just be a little bit better. Step 1. Shut the fuck up. Step 2. Listen to those little voices in your motherfucking head telling your dumbass the difference between right and wrong for once and stop lying to yourself. Step 3. Get the fuck out the lobby and cool the fuck down. There's no point in staying to be humiliated since you're obviously either not strong enough or strategic enough yet, emphasis on the motherfucking yet, to beat that motherfucker. All your opponent's gonna do is perform a little process called beat and repeat until you freak the fuck out so they'll have shit to talk about later. So you see, that ain't called a good game. It's called bullshit for a reason. But dudes, it goes even further than that. There's different types of fucking jugglers. Like the amateur jugglers. Dudes who are new to juggling and most commonly just got the game. Did I mention they completely suck at this shit too? They try to learn how to juggle most of the time so they don't get bullied and fucked up by higher tier jugglers and shit. Or the wannabe jugglers. Dudes who've been juggling for a while and think that they're hot shit just because they've cheated their way in beating a high-ranked fighter or two with this juggling shit. They're always trying to copy and become someone else from a combo video somewhere on YouTube to implement more juggles and enforce false authority over dumbass people who are naive enough to believe they're fucked up asses. We can't forget about the professional jugglers, aka juggler bullies and shit. Dudes who have apparently just had the fucking gift of fucking up anyone's day, regardless of your rank. These motherfuckers have been juggling for so long that shit just comes naturally to them with some characters. These dudes are normally between the ranks of F all the way to fucking last rank, which is Ruby, as well as being clan leaders, but we'll talk about clan shit later. Anyway, most of the time they act like they're DOA gods and messiahs, like they run shit when they're not. Since when they lose to lower ranked people every so often, they fucking panic like little bitches who forgot how to tie their fucking shoes, since defeat is just really no longer normal to them and shit. But it's still kinda funny. They also act like this because it's been a while since someone legitimately beat them the right way, since they've always been prone to juggling in almost every fucking fight that they've been in so far. And they take pleasure at fucking up lower tier people since it feels satisfying to them a little bit or some shit. Or sometimes they just do it just to teach others how to become just like them when they get bored and want to move on to a different fucking game. You gotta leave a motherfucking legacy and shit like anyone really gives a fuck on this goddamn game. This ain't motherfucking Batman Legacy or Chronicle or Narnia or some motherfucking Mass Effect Legacy or some goddamn shit. This is a fucking fighting game. Stop trying to do this bullshit and just play the fucking game how it's fucking supposed to be. Last but not least, we got the Super Jugglers. These dudes have literally had the game since day fucking one and know almost every little move, grab, combo, juggle, character bio, and really everything about this goddamn game. These dudes are fucking feared and idolized throughout the entire DOA fucking community. Most commonly, Ultimates, Emeralds, Topaz, and Ruby ranks. They rarely ever lose since they're the main ones always creating and performing the infinite juggles like it's their last day on Earth or some shit. But when they do, most just don't give a fuck, since they're just simply bored and happy to get a challenge for once that lasts longer than 60 motherfucking seconds. With the exception of a few bitch-ass dudes that will literally curse you the fuck out in the lobby just for you doing your fucking job and beating that ass, and sometimes when you blink, they disappear as if they were never there. Kinda like a pissed off ghost or some shit. But anyway, they're the main ones who make the combo videos in the first fucking place that the lower tiers we talked about earlier make it their life goal and shit to copy, and start terrorizing people later who are just simply unprepared for this type of shit. These are the type of dudes who go out to tournaments to get paid for juggling the fuck out of some poor Jew's ass, who thought they were ready for this type of shit until they get that ass beat and humiliated on a live stream. These dudes have kicked so much ass using the same or similar process that they try to keep track of this shit now, by becoming, you guessed it, YouTubers. So everyone remembers who they are, and that unholy ass whooping waiting for you if you find them, or in some cases, if they find you. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I hope this video was informative enough for you guys, along with the understanding of the variations in juggling, and the various types of people who get consumed by it. I'm still trying to figure out though, when the fuck did we go from being a fighting game where two people fight on equal ground, but with the deciding factors being centered around technique, speed, strategy, and intelligence, to the mindset of whoever fucks up guarding and juggles the other person with a technique they copy from another person somewhere on YouTube, of all things, first, wins and shit. Like, the fuck happened to us? The fact of the matter is that some people just need to start remembering how to use their own natural techniques and strategies, rather than just limiting themselves into taking advantage of and heavily relying on, in my opinion, a defective ass mechanic in the game to fight and win most of the battles for them, for popularity and recognition. And hence the title of the video, Juggling Paradise. Anyway, if you can relate to anything I mentioned earlier, simply enjoyed the video, or said screw the commentary and found the gameplay more interesting, then give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below on your thoughts, or on any topics that you guys want me to go and cover later on in another video. Make sure to pop over in the description box and check out my links, of course. And remember to go and subscribe for more weekly videos. And I will see you guys later!